apologize for the lighting, and I do apologize for the noise that sounds like a Rancor trying to get out of this van. But we are hauling an empty car dolly. Why are we hauling an empty car dolly? Well, I'm on my way to go buy my next project. Do I have room for a project? Nope. Have I finished my last project? Nope. Does my wife want me to have another project? Probably not. But the opportunity to pick up a great deal was there, so you got to get the deals when they're available. That's kind of what I've learned. You'll always have time in the future to do them, but if they're not available at the time, you can't. So we are driving just under 4 miles from my house, and we'll pick up this new project, and then when we get home with it, we'll do a walk around video on it and see what it looks like when it's in the driveway. I just can't jump right in the van, I think. We've got the corner of this?
Yeah, that's everybody, because it's gently, because it's only connected up here,
right,
and you'll snap it off. So we just want to come up
straight up
and gently. And there's going to be some wires dragging, but we'll get past that. Yeah, right? There you go. Is this for you?
No.
Oh.
Come around, lay down your telephone. No, we don't know. We think we're broken or alone. Vibrations don't match. Limitations are a fact.
Luke, I have to apologize. I'm not a great videographer. I'm sorry that my finger keeps getting into footage. Okay.
Has been ready and shedding flakes of gold. These lace of on me. I've gone from rough to soft.
Yeah, there's no power steering. Alright, start turning.
I'm not a car person. Holy crud muffins. Oh, my workout for the year. I don't actually use the gym.
What's the essence in every lesson? When uphill is a blessing.
Videographer. I require peanut butter cookies, homemade, as payment.
Oh, we don't know. We think we're broken or alone. It's not true. Not for me, not for you.
There's a Sam.
It's been a week since the video you previously just watched, and I'm now finally getting a chance to do a walk around. This is the project that we picked up, and her name is Ruby. She is an 81 Jeep CJ7, and we'll do a quick walk around and show you what it needs and what the projects we're going to be doing to get her up and running. She's closer to running than Rusty, but she's not ready to run right now. So Ruby is again 100% fiberglass. The tub is a four-wheel drive hardwood tub. There's actually underneath the cowl right about here on the underside, you can see the stickers like embedded into the fiberglass. I'm not sure about the fenders and the hood, but I would assume they probably were bought as a set, so they probably are all the same. Ruby is also a narrow track, so she's an 81. She does have the narrow track axle, so she does sit a little bit narrower than Rusty back there. I found out a couple of interesting things. Let's see, get that. So fiberglass hood again as well. 258 straight six. It's got a TH400, from what I understand, is a turbo 400, basically, and then it's got a quadra-track transfer case. The easiest way to tell that is that there are no lockers up here on the front differential, but it is the narrower of the Jeeps. Interesting side note. I ran the VIN tag on it, and at least the VIN came from the factory with a 151 4-cylinder and a 4-speed transmission manual. So this is all been changed. The guy I bought this from bought it as a basket case, and so he assembled it. He bought it, it filled up an entire enclosed trailer. So he assembled it to the state you see it now. So supposedly he says the guy he bought it from said the engine ran. We're hoping so. The speedometer in here says 160,000 miles. We don't know if that's the correct dashboard for this engine, so we're kind of guessing on that, but we're gonna find out. So we'll go over a little more what needs, at least in the engine bay. Engine bay wise, I need to get the other side of the fuse, well, I think it's the fuse panel, to run the rest of the wiring up to the engine. I'm hoping it's the same one as Rusty's old one. Rusty has Rusty's gonna have a painless harness in it, so the old piece from Rusty will hopefully mount to Ruby, and I can plumb the engine. It's got brand new brake lines, supposedly brand new fuel lines. I don't have a master. I'm gonna put the master in and get that plumbed in, so there's no brakes. Coolant lines are not hooked up to anything. Heater core lines are not hooked up to anything yet. I don't know where they go. New fuel pump. Let's see, what else do we got here? The frame is in relatively good shape overall. There's some holes here that we are assuming, because these bolts broke off, he just blew holes through them with a torch to get bolts in here for the skid. It is full of rust chunks. Really bad, actually. You can see them inside there. So my plan is to put a hole in the new rear cross member back here, right in the middle of the frame, and try to blow as much of that rust out as possible. Again, fiberglass tubs, so there's no tailgate on this version of it. So new fuel tank skid. It definitely needs tires. But I was told by my son that the tires on Rusty are too small. So I will probably end up putting the new tires on Rusty onto Ruby, and then getting a slightly larger set of tires for Rusty. We'll see. I don't mind the height, but everybody else seems to say that it's bad. Ruby will need a new top. This is as stretched as it can get, and it doesn't even fit really well. I mean, it is cold out, but there's a hole up in here that I taped over. All the metal work is pretty good shape, so it really just needs a new top. The doors aren't bad either. The doors are reusable, so if I can just get the fabric for like a new fabric piece for the top, it would be fine. Let's see, interior wise, pretty basic. I do like the blue seats. You don't see the blue seats a lot. I'm kind of happy about that. It's got a best top console in it. There is just a raw fiberglass floor, well, painted, but just no carpet or anything. We'll see if we solve that. We'll change that later. No tilt steering column on this one. Yeah, no tilt steering column on this one. I actually have a key for Ruby, which is nice. I don't have a key for Rusty. The back seat is not mounted. It's just kind of floating back there. But yeah, this is as basic as it gets inside here. There's just nothing really. There's the hole from the inside. But yeah, bare basics on Ruby as far as what she has. So the basic plan for Ruby is just to get the engine running, get the brake lines done, and get the bare basics done to get it back on the road. And then from there, we'll decide whether or not we're going to do any suspension work. I'd like to change the axles out. I'd like to go to standard wide track axles. Even if I stay with the Dana 30 or the AMC 20 is fine with me, but I'd like to have them be wide track axles. I'm not 100% fond of the Quadra-Track transfer case. I know that they tend to these early models tend to have problems because there was no provision in them to put a tensioner on the big chain that's in there. Oh, wind's gonna get the door. So that was a problem, and I'm not even 100% sure how the Quadra-Track system is. From what I understand, it's a limited slip differential, and if you want to lock in the front end, there's a basically an air locker that locks in the Quadra-Track so that it's actually engaged. But I'd like to go, I don't know if it's a T176 or if I can put like I don't even know what the other one is. I think it's a 176 and then a Dana 300 and make it a manual. Again, I think the 176 is a 4-speed, but make it a manual Jeep with a standard transfer case. That would be what I would like to do in the future. But for right now, I'm really pleased just to have this amazing Jeep and down the road make it a super reliable driver. So, but that's where we are right now. We have a really cool new project that is not going to push Rusty out, because I think if I had a month or so to work on this, I could get it running and make it drivable. That would be the plan. So I really hope you guys stick around to watch this project come together. I'm super excited about it. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment. I usually enjoy reading all the comments most of the time. But stay tuned, and I hope everybody has a super great week.